The British university system is a modern day scam, and to be honest, I don't see why a lot of people should actually go to university. In my opinion, it's a waste of time, energy, and resources to get a degree that ultimately is worthless and you're not going to use in your life. So, I'm Jaden Harris, I'm a digital entrepreneur, I run a copywriting business and also this YouTube channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about why I think the British university system is a literal modern day scam. So let's get into the first point, which is worthless degrees. So most people are better off learning a trade or a digital skill, and I say digital skill more than a trade nowadays because digital skills are emerging into this online economy, this new digital gold rush. Digital skills are becoming very valuable and you can earn a lot of money from learning a digital skill such as copywriting. But most people are better off learning a trade or digital skills rather than going to university. And why is this? This is because people, especially young men who my content is targeted towards, are not fit for the university system. We are not molded to be sitting in a lecture hall listening to a lecturer for 2 hours drone on about some topic we don't really care about. Most people are going to university for other reasons, such as networking and the party atmosphere, which we'll get into later. But these worthless degrees are making people mentally unwell because they're trying to fit into a system, and the system is trying to accommodate people that don't actually fit the mold, don't actually fit the requirements. The education system, in my opinion, is very feminine. It's geared towards the more feminine aspects of life. What I mean by this is, as a man, we are not pursuing our purpose truly by going to a lecture hall unless we really like what we're studying. And that's kind of a catch that I have to put. If you really want to study medicine, law, physics, a STEM subject, then by all means go to university. If that's something you're really passionate about and that's something you want to pursue and you can see yourself doing that long term, then go for it. But the truth is, most people are just going to university because they have nothing else to do, and that's the way the traditional system pushes them. They're pushed into the university system in order to make them into a good slave. Degrees are also heavily inflated. There are a lot of Mickey Mouse degrees out there, degrees that you could go to college for. You don't really need to go to university for. It's sad because these degrees are obviously something people find interesting, but it's just not worth going to university to do a networking degree, for example. Or you could do an apprenticeship in marketing if marketing was something you were interested in. Okay, let's move on to the second point. So a party atmosphere. Most people are going to university to literally get wasted every day. Most people at university go out 4 to 5 times a week. This is unaffordable and it's ridiculous because it affects your mental health in a way that you'll never be able to really recover. This party atmosphere leads to degenerate behaviour. People are going out doing degenerate things, drinking loads of alcohol, which is the only acceptable drug in today's modern society, and I don't know why it's been lauded as this acceptable thing that we can do, that we can consume, alcohol. In my opinion, it's just as bad as weed or some of the other drugs. But this is leading to a party atmosphere and degenerate behaviour where people don't actually focus on what they're learning. So they're not truly there to learn, they're truly there to have a good time. And don't get me wrong, you should be able to have a good time at university, that's what it's all about in some respects. But you're also there to get a degree. You're not there to start acting like an idiot. So this leads to a slave mindset because you're fixed into a corporate kind of 9 to 5 lifestyle and you learn 9 to 5 skills and abilities. What I mean by this is when you sit down to study and learn to manage your time, that in itself is not a bad thing. But do you really think people who don't go to uni don't know how to manage their time? People who go to uni learn these skills and it gets fixed into their brain as a traditional, they get fixed into the traditional system and it gets imprinted in them that you have to sit down, you have to do this studying, you have to work for a company you don't like, you have to do things you don't like. Well, I'm saying to you, you do not have to do things you don't like. If you don't want to do something, you don't do it. You want to do things that align with yourself and align with your purpose. So what would be my advice: should you go to university or should you not? I personally think it depends on what you want to study and if you're 100% passionate about it. You can't make a random spur of the moment decision whether you want to go to university or not. I recommend, if you're unsure, you probably shouldn't go, or at least take a gap year. Take some time out to think about what you want to do in your life, what gives you purpose and joy, and what you want to help people with. Because chances are you can learn a digital skill such as copywriting or personal branding, and you can help people through that. And you don't need to go to university for that. All the education you need is online. The internet, I don't know why governments allow us to have the internet, because it's such a powerful resource. It basically negates the fact that you need to go to uni. And I think that is a wonderful thing. The fact that there's so many free resources out there online that you can find is just brilliant. So, if you're wondering, did I go to university or not? Personally, I went 3 times. I tried it 3 times. I went in 3 different academic years. I dropped out every single year within 1 to 2 months because I realised that the university system was not for me. I hated waking up, and I couldn't wake up. I would lie in bed because I would stay there waiting for some motivation to come at me, waiting for some discipline to hit me, but it would never come and hit me because ultimately I didn't want to study law, and that was the degree I was doing. I didn't want to study law. I didn't want to be a practicing barrister or solicitor. What I want to do is help young men such as yourself find their purpose and find their way in life, and something that gives them meaning and fulfillment. So if that's something you align with, you think my content would be valuable for you or useful, subscribe to me because I will be producing more content like this. So if you're wondering what my next video is going to be about, I'll be touching on some quite touchy subjects around mental health. So if you want to see a video on that subject, make sure you subscribe for more. And as always, I've been Jaden Harris. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.